But I found this very intriguing. Adam Schefter joined Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings, 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, and he discussed how close the Green Bay Packers and Jordan Love are to a contract extension.
The numbers on these deals don't go down. They just don't. And so it'll be up to Russ Ball to see if he can get this deal done, wants to get it done. Don't think that they're anywhere close to getting it done right now. And those are conversations that'll occur here in the days and weeks to come.
That was Adam Schefter, and, he said days and weeks to come. Because I think in our conversations and just listening, right, and understanding how the market works, Jordan Love and his camp, his agent, what's likely best for them is to see the other quarterbacks get signed so they can see what ballpark they're working in, which is likely going to be upwards of Jared Goff, likely Tua, Dak, Trevor Lawrence. Are they going to get more of the Jared Goff? Where does Jordan Love fit in their mind in Jordan's camp into those type of figures? And where do the Green Bay Packers think he fits in those type of figures? So there's the days and weeks. Weeks could be long. Weeks could be a month or so, and then you're looking at training camp. And I know we're dealing in hypothetical, but this is a real hypothetical because we've dealt with these hypotheticals in this state with the Green Bay Packers. Jason Wilde joined us on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman and said the Packers are typically going to lowball. They're trying to get the best deal for the Green Bay Packers, as they should, and as should Jordan Love. And that's why these things do take time for the both sides to come together. So I ask you this, Brad, Kyle, maybe Strofe if we get to you. If you were Jordan Love, and training camp rolls around, you don't have a deal inked. Are you stepping on that field?
Jordan Love better step on that field.
Oh, wow.
If he holds out, that would be a huge mistake, not only for him, but for Packer fans and for the team in general. I don't see it happening, but if it does, let's say, because, Schefter did say they're pretty far away when it comes to contract negotiations. That doesn't mean a whole lot in the middle of May, but you fast forward 3 months, 2 months even. It's only 2 months away that training camp is roughly going to be here mid-July. If they still haven't made any leeway to then, the temptation might be to hold out, but here's why he shouldn't. First of all, he's quarterback one and he's under contract. He signed this contract himself just a year ago. So he agreed to play underneath this contract no matter how well or how poorly he did. He agreed to play under this contract. He wants to run away from the dramatic Packer quarterback image. Favre had it. Rodgers had it. What's most likable about Jordan Love is the fact that he's even keel. He's mellow. He's stable. He's calm. He is not selfish. He's not greedy. He's not prideful. He is not me over team. But if you were to hold out for 1/2 a season of doing great, 1/2 a season, that reflects everything about being greedy, prideful, me over the team. And look, the fans, we already know based on KBN Nation, we asked, do you want to see Jordan Love make more than $53 million a year? More than half said no. So they're going to be on the side of the Packers. He's going to lose the fan base, and he's going to lose the team when the guys say, look, Jordan, we get it. We want you to get your money. But you know what's going to happen? If he holds out, the Packers are going to leak, hey, we offered him 50. We offered him 52. What more does he want? At some point, there is a tipping point where you say, dude, they offered you life-changing money. Take it. We need you. We need our leader. You can't have the very first decree of leadership for Jordan Love to be in the post-Aaron Jones Green Bay Packer locker room to be, I'm not even here. See ya, I'm trying to get mine. For those reasons, you better not hold out.
Now, I like how you talked about him being higher and better than Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre with the way that he approaches it. Here's my thing. I'll say this, is that he's young and impressionable, but his day will come. I'm telling you this right now. Listen, I've seen it before. The Green Bay Packers, they at the end of the day, they always upset their franchise quarterback. So his day will come, Brad, when he gets upset, just like those before him. But guess what? Today is not the day. He should absolutely show up. There's no reason not to. And I basked and I spoken highly of Jordan Love and everything that he's done, but I will say this. No one holds out after one full season. Like, it has only been one season that he is the quarterback of this team. He still has so much more room to grow. He also has so much more work to do, so there is no reason for Jordan Love to sit here and act like he still is not improvement mode, because Jordan Love has potential. But potential is not saying that you have it right now. He is in prove it mode. He's not in the mode of I've already proved it. And so with being in prove it mode, he needs to take that chip on his shoulder. And if the Green Bay Packers and him
the guy that you have claimed will be an NFL Hall of Famer, be in the conversations of gold jackets?
Yeah, he's still in prove it mode. He's had one season. What I said, after one season, he looks like a great quarterback, but there's still room to grow. There's still more room to prove it. And so after one season is not the time to sit here and say, well, if I don't have an agreement, I'm going to sit out. No. If you don't have an agreement, you need to put two big middle fingers to the Green Bay Packers organization and say, watch me do work this year. That's the way he needs to approach it. But here's the thing. I'm here to make all the KBN Nation and Packer Nations happy. All the indicators from what I've seen, right? From what I've seen, all the indicators is
you weren't in L.A. brushing shoulders with the NFL circles like Brad Nortman.
But you have to be able to read exactly what people are doing, right? And his approach, right? The approach of contacting people after they get drafted, the leadership that he has shown so far this offseason, all of that to me is saying we are still in a good place, and it is only his agents and the Packers doing their due diligence, but in his mind, he doesn't envision the next 3 years or 4 years not being locked in with the Green Bay Packers. He's just letting business take care of itself. So I'm here to tell KBN Nation and Packer Nation, don't fret. Don't be nervous. Your boy and my boy will be here come July.
You mentioned a couple things. Business, right? The business of it, right? The leadership that Jordan Love has presented the Green Bay Packers. If I'm Jordan Love, there's no way that I am stepping on a field in training camp without a deal inked with the Green Bay Packers. Heading into this past season, right? And he had a lot to prove. The Packers did a great job of not picking up the fifth-year option, but incentivizing with some guaranteed money in his first year of a starter with an incentive-based contract for year 5, which is basically saying, hey, we like you, but we need to see more. Here's a gamble. Jordan Love gambled on himself. He took a contract that was team-friendly, that helped him get on the field, get some guaranteed money, and he knocked it out of the park. He led the Green Bay Packers as QB1 in his first season starting as the quarterback to their first playoff victory, or the first playoff victory ever for a 7 seed, the youngest team to make the NFL playoffs. And if I'm him, I'm thinking to myself, absolutely not. Why would I risk? Business is business. If my agent and the Green Bay Packers can't come to a place where I'm being appropriately compensated of what I believe my value and worth is, every single person that he has led in that locker room will absolutely understand. And you know what happened once that deal is signed and he comes back a week or two later, if this is the case, they will embrace him with open arms because they understand the value, all this value that you're talking about, him reaching out to teammates, doing what he did last year on the field, that comes in a form of compensation because he gambled on himself in showing the world what he could do. He showed the world and the Green Bay Packers that he is their franchise quarterback. I am not risking stepping on somebody's foot in a drill, in an offensive lineman drill, where I'm maybe just around it. I would not want him, and personally I wouldn't want him to step on the field to get hurt, because until you have that guaranteed money, you have to be selfish in these manners. You, of all people, Brad, know this. You have to look out for yourself. And if Jordan Love has an 8-game window in which he can capitalize and get a big contract, there's no guarantee he plays as well as he did last year in those 8 games. So he has to take full advantage of what he did last year to get a deal done no matter how long it takes, even if that doesn't put him in Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre territory because of who he's shown that he is. When Aaron Rodgers came back, it was still all about Aaron Rodgers, and the front office needs to treat veterans right. This is about Jordan Love and his first contract, getting the money that he and his camp feels like he is worth based off the quarterback market. So if I'm Jordan and there is no deal done, I am not stepping on that field until there's a deal done because my value is highest right now and I need to get paid on my value based off what the market is showing.
But all the things that Jordan Love has put out there, everything that you're saying, that he is well respected in the locker room, in the community, in the building, that's all going to be called into question because the first moment he has power, the first moment that he has the ability to flex, he's taking advantage of it and he's putting himself above the team because even if it goes a couple weeks into training camp, they're going to get a slow start. They're going to start putting some losses together. They're going to say, Jordan, this wouldn't have happened if...
That's on the Green Bay Packers. They drafted this guy. They gave him a contract last year that was a prove-it deal. He proved it, and it's time to pay the piper. Either franchise tag him or find a way to pay him more than $53 million, and you'll get a deal done. It's pretty simple, in my opinion, of how he should approach it. And, again, all of the leadership that he has shown, that grace will be shown back to him in a moment in his first contract where if he can get guaranteed money that will set his life apart, you won't deal with this ever again. Take care of him now so you don't make him mad early, because Kyle said the Green Bay Packers have a way of making people upset when it comes to contracts.
He's what, 25 right now, so he's a good 12 years away from being in the same situation that Aaron Rodgers and my boy Brett Favre was in. But at this point now, Ben, I just am wholeheartedly against not showing up to camp. And again, this is part of that new generation. You might as well join the Caleb Williams generation, where all you got to do is this much in order to have this much leverage.
Jordan Love has done this much to you? This much?
This much? Listen, when you have a career,
I didn't know.
When you have a career where
you really are a Packer backer. You're not a Jordan Love guy.
I'm a Jordan Love guy, but here's the thing. Jordan Love has done great things in his career, but we are only scratching the surface. So when I say
so you
this
want to
much,
lowball him. You're a Team Goody and Russ Ball.
I'm not saying lowball him. I say pay the man what he is, but I do not believe that Jordan Love should be skipping out on an opportunity to grow and an opportunity to make more money.
Then find a way to get it done, because he played on an incentive-based contract last year.
The perspective should be this. If y'all don't pay me now, y'all going to pay me more later. So y'all pick one, because regardless of what happens, when J Love, number 10, shows up week 1 in Brazil, he going to put up numbers, he's going to have a great game, and the price going to go up.
Yeah, because holding out is such an extreme tactic. The only other time recently that it was even threatened was when Lamar Jackson got franchise tagged. So this is like another year later from where Jordan is right now. Lamar Jackson played out his contract, got franchise tagged, and threatened to hold out and said he wouldn't sign it. That did prompt a deal. But for Jordan Love to still be under contract after 1 year of starting and hold out, that just seems so premature. I think
protect yourself, Jordan. Protect yourself. Put it on Twitter, Strophe, on Twitter at KBN ESPN. If you were Jordan Love and you did not have a contract extension by training camp, would you step on that field? 800-990-3776.